ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Under the umbrella of World Sikh University, London, I, Dr. Sukhbir Singh Kapoor, Vice Chancellor of the university, is going to talk on the compilation of Guru Granth Sahib. We know the name of Pothi Sahib, Adi Granth, Granth Sahib, and Guru Granth Sahib. It's a long journey from the time period of Guru Nanak Dev Ji up to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. If we look around the various world scriptures and the world religions, the history book counts 6 major world religions, and Sikhism is one of them, and the youngest religion in the world. If we look at the scriptures of other religions, Jews, First Testament or Torah, then Hinduism, Bhagavad Gita, Jainism, Angus, Buddhism, Tripataka, Christianity, Bible, Islam, Quran Sharif, and then Sikhism, Guru Granth Sahib. If we look into the history of the compilation of all these scriptures, Granths, holy books, we'll see that almost all except Guru Granth Sahib were compiled, written many, many years after the departure of their prophets from this world. But Guru Granth Sahib was written, or its hymns were recorded in writing by the Gurus themselves in their own lifetimes. In Guru Granth Sahib, there are hymns of Sikh Gurus, 15 Bhagats and 11 Phats. In addition, there are 4 other compositions of devoted Sikhs. Guru Nanak wrote about 974 hymns. And there is ample proof in Sikh history that Guru Nanak recorded that in a booklet, which he passed on to his successor, Guru Angad. Guru Angad wrote about 63 sloks of his own, and then passed on this booklet to the third Guru, Guru Amar Das Ji. Guru Amar Das also composed 907 hymns. Now, it was quite a number of hymns now during the time of Guru Amar Das. So, in order to get them properly bound, he called his grandson Sir Ram and asked to arrange those under certain rags and on the basis of their structure, like if shabads or wars or chants in booklets, and he called those as pothis. So we can say that in a way, the compilation of Guru Granth Sahib started, the first step started during the lifetime of Guru Amar Das Ji. In Guru Amar Das Guruship period, or when he was just with Guru Angad Dev Ji, Bani of Guru Nanak was recited almost every day. Now, how many pothis were actually bound? How many pothis were actually written during Guru Amar Das' time? Well, Sikh Itihas is not very clear on it. But pothis which we have at this time, booklets which we have at this time, are only 2, which were officially handed over by Guru Amar Das' oldest son, Mohan, to Guru Arjan Dev Ji, who actually compiled Guru Granth Sahib. But historians say that in total there were 5 such pothis, The other three, where they are up to today, they have not been traced. But one thing we must remember as we go on, that Bani of Guru Nanak being recited in the court of Guru Angad, where the fourth Guru also came in a very young age. He was also hearing all that Bani. Guru Amar Das was hearing all that Bani. Then when Guru Amar Das became Guru, and they were all at Goindwal, by all I mean Guru Amar Das Ji and Guru Ram Das Ji as Jetha, 22 years Guru Ram Das, as young man, then called Jetha, was with Guru Amar Das Ji. So in my opinion, that most of the Bani must have been memorized by the fourth Guru. Fourth Guru, Guru Ram Das, also wrote about 6, 7, 9. Historians have counted many more than that, but we have a record of 679 hymns of his own. And whatever he had memorized or remembered of Guru Nanak, Guru Angad, in addition to what was in the Pothis, for unfortunately, when Guru Amar Das Ji left this world, like the tradition that when Guru Nanak handed his hymns to Guru Angad to Amar Das Ji, likewise all hymns should have gone to Guru Amar Das, to Guru Ram Das Ji. But the bound Pothis, which had all the hymns of the first three Gurus, were, due to some reason, they were kept by Mohan, and he somehow refused, or he did not give that, he did not pass that on to Guru Ram Das Ji. So there we believe that Guru Ram Das didn't get all those hymns from the previous Gurus, but in my opinion, he must be remembering most of the hymns, most of the Bani. Just to superimpose what I'm trying to say, remembering by heart, if you go back in history, 2,000 years, 3,000 years back, when there was no such technique of writing or paper or ink or pens, people would remember things and they will pass it on to the next generation. So remembering was an art, and people could remember Granths and volumes and volumes. So if I say that Guru Ram Das remembered most of the Bani of Guru Nanak, Guru Angad, and of course Guru Amar Das Ji, it is nothing to be surprised about. But anyway, Guru Ram Das Ji passed on his own Bani to Guru Arjan. Guru Arjan was his youngest son, and he was only 18 when he became the Guru, and he also had lived with his father in a young age, and he must have remembered the Bani as well. During his own lifetime, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, when he became the Guru, he wrote, I think 40% of the Bani in Guru Granth Sahib was composed by Guru Arjan himself. 2,218 to be precise are his hymns. Now, when he sat down to compile the Granth, we have names of Bhai Gurdas, we have the names of Baba Buddha, the veteran Sikhs. They persuaded Guru Arjan at a certain age that now time has come when a proper scripture or Granth for the Sikhs must be compiled in its proper form, in its final form. One reason, apart from many other, I mean social and economic and religious reasons, one reason was that the people who were hostile to the Guruship of Guru Arjan, and before that to Guru Ram Das, they had made up their own mutts, their own centers, and they were also writing compositions under the name of Nanak. And thus they were misleading public by writing what we call as Kachi Bani and called it as the Bani of the Gurus. To give people at large the true Bani of the Gurus, Then Guru Arjan sat down. 1601. It took him 4 years. He had the Bani of Guru Ramdas Ji, his father, his own Bani, and whatever Guru Ramdas had remembered, and then put it on piece of paper. Guru Arjan also sent people to various places where Guru Nanak has gone, which could be reached, and whatever people had remembered there or people had stored, that was collected. Guru Arjan himself personally went to Mon to collect the pothis. Well, history says he gave only 2 pothis after reluctance. But anyway, those who have read those pothis, they confirm that there is very little Bani in those 2 pothis. But whatever he got, maybe it was of little help. 4 long years. All Bani collected and finalized by Guru Arjan was then put under 31 ragas. Guru Arjan actually put them under 30 ragas. 31st rag was then composed by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. We'll come to that when we come to Damdama and the second censure. So the Bani of the first 5 Gurus, Guru Arjan put under 30 ragas, and he structured the Bani in a way that we call them as the Bani was put under the heading of Shabads, from 1 pada, that is stanza, to 1 stanza, 2 stanza, 3 stanza, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 16. These are the stanzas, the size of the Shabads. The 8 stanza Shabad we call as Ashtapadi, and 6 stanza Shabad we call as the Soiled. That is how the heading is given in Guru Granth Sahib. So putting all the Shabad under different rags, and then putting them under various structure, that what composition is called a Shabad, what composition is called a Chant, what composition is called a Swaya, what composition is called a Slok, what composition is called should come under a war. So it was all a huge task, and it was really a gigantic task, very laborious, very hardworking, and Guru Arjan did it. It was a command of my Guru to him to do it, and he did it successfully, and completed it in 1604. Construction of Harmandir Sahib was also started by Guru Arjan, though the city of Amritsar, the foundation was laid by his father, but Harmandir Sahib as a Gurudwara, as a temple, that was the idea, that was the vision of Guru Arjan. It was also completed in the same year. So, final copy of Guru Granth Sahib as prepared was presented, or was Prakash, as we say. It was opened there officially, and the first Shabad was read. The head priest at that time was Baba Buddha. Another important point which we must remember, when the scripture was complete, naturally it was in those sheets, and Guru Arjan wanted to get it bound. At that time, the nearest city where these facilities of binding books were available was Lahore. So Guru Arjan sent one of his confidant devotee, his name is Bhai Banno, with the volume, that he should take it to Lahore, get it bound, and then bring it back as soon as possible. As the history says, on way to Lahore and back, Banno made another copy of it and put some shabads or some lyrics in it which were actually deleted by Guru Arjan, rejected by Guru Arjan. But when he came back, he put both volumes. Maybe he was honest. He put both volumes in front of Guru Arjan. And when Guru Arjan asked, I gave you one, how there are two? And then he told Guru Arjan that he made another copy on his way. Guru Arjan looked at that copy, and when he looked at various compositions which he had actually rejected being included in that volume, he rejected that Granth and called that as Khari Bheed. Khara word means, khara pani, as we say, the sour water of the salty water of the sea, which we can't drink. So khara is, we call that in English as the forbidden bee. That volume was forbidden bheed, we call it. The bead which was, the volume which was prepared by Guru Arjan, as I said before, was officially opened, and opened, the Punjabi word for that is Prakash Karna. So Prakash was in last date of August in 1604. And as I said just now, Baba Buddha was the high priest. He read the first Shabad out of it. Santan ke karaj aap khaloya, kam Karaman Aya Ram. After Guru Arjan Dev Ji left this world, his son Guru Hargobind at the age of 11 became the Guru. He lived most of his young age in Amritsar, but the Mughals were very hostile, and then Guru Hargobind left Amritsar, and he took this bead, this original volume, with him. His first stop was Kartarpur. There's a long history of Guru Hargobind's movements. I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to speak only about the relevant parts. He went to a place known as Kartarpur. Kartarpur is a place where two sons of Guru Hargobind got married. It is a town which was actually established by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Now, one of his grandson, Dhirmal, also his Nanke, his Nanihal, that is mother's parents were there, and that grandson Dhirmal, we'll see later on that he was also not, he was a hostile character in the Sikh history. He actually then took over the possession of this volume. There was a Sikh known as Bidhi Chand. While at Kartarpur, he wanted to make another copy of this volume. History says he had made half of it when Dhirmal realized it, and then he stopped. He didn't give the original volume to Bidhi Chand to copy the other half. Guru Hargobind then left Kartarpur, and as we all know, he established another town, Kiratpur. He went there. Even at the death of Dhirmal's father, Dhirmal did not come to Kiratpur. They wanted the holy book to be there, but he didn't bring that there. Even when Guru Hargobind passed away, Dhirmal was reluctant to bring the holy book there. So it was with him. It is during the time of the ninth Guru that some Sikhs brought the book by force. Well, the word book, I think, is not acceptable to the Sikh community, so I'll call it as a scripture, the holy scripture. The Sikhs, by force, they took it from Dhirmal and brought it to the ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. But Guru Tegh Bahadur said, no, by force, you should not have brought it. So he, with great respect, he sent it back. So it went back to Dhirmal in Kartarpur. And until today, it is there. Briefly in between, when the Punjab was being ruled by Maharaja Ranjit Singh, history says that it was in his court. It was in his prayer room. But after his death, then the descendants of Dhirmal wanted to take it away. When the Sikh organizations came in, and they said, well, it is a treasure of the Sikh community, it should remain with the Sikh organizations. There was a court case, and Dhirmal's descendants, they won it, and as an appreciation of the British justice, as they call it, they made a copy of it, presented it to Queen Victoria, and that copy is in British Library here. So to sum up to this stage, Guru Nanak wrote his hymns, passed it on to Guru Angad. Guru Angad added his hymns, passed it on to Guru Amar Das Ji. Guru Amar Das wrote his hymn, got them bound in pothis. Some of this was handed to Guru Arjan later, but most of the hymns by that time were orally remembered by the fourth Guru, who then passed on with his own hymns to the fifth Guru. And if you read these history books, all our Gurus were educated, they had their own schooling. So writing and recording things was not something new to them. During the time of the 10th Guru, if I take you now to the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, when he was at Damdama Sahib, it was in 1706. Guru Gobind Singh became Guru at the age of 9. And most of his time he had battles with the Mughals. Anandpur was his home, but he had to leave that. There's an agreement with the Mughals and the Hill Rajas. And anyway, that is a completely separate history about the life of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. But the last 2 years of his life, which were little comfortable, so he was at a place known as Damdama. That Damdama means place of comfort. That is where Sikhs requested Guru Gobind Singh that there should be an original, there should be a Granth, there should be a scripture with all the writings of the Gurus and with Guru Gobind Singh's own signatures. So we can say that we have an authentic copy. For the one which has been signed by Guru Arjan, that is at Kartarpur, and they don't give it to the Sikh organizations to be kept in the Sikh shrines. History says that in 1706, Guru Gobind Singh called one of his classmates, very learned man, Bhai Mani Singh. He was then the scribe, and he asked him to, it was again from the memory of Guru Gobind Singh that the new Granth was composed. There are 2 points of difference between the Granth, which was so compiled by Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and now the one which is being compiled by Guru Gobind Singh at Damdama Sahib. The Bani of the 9th Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur, the father of Guru Gobind Singh, he included that in the Granth. And there is another change, that in the first 13 pages of the present volume of Guru Granth Sahib, which we for our convenience call it as the Nitnem Banis, for the Shabads there are actually from the main body of Guru Granth Sahib, and those Shabads we recite every day, so they are known as Nitnem Banis. In the Kartarpuri Bead, or the bead which is at Kartarpur with Hirmal, popularly it is known as Kartarpuri Bead, and the bead which is being prepared by Guru Gobind Singh Ji will be popularly known today as Damdami bead. The second difference was that in the Kartarpuri bead, in the Nitnem section, there is Mool Mantra, there is Japji Sahib, and 5 Shabads of Sodar, and 5 Shabads of Kirtan Soila. Guru Gobind Singh Ji added 4 Shabad of So Purak in the first 13 pages. So now there is Kirtan Soila, Japji Sahib, and 14 Shabads as the Nitnem. Before that, there were only 10. But please remember that all these Shabads under the heading of Sodhar, So Purak, and Kirtan Soila, they are from the main body, the Rag, main body of Guru Granth Sahib, the Rag chapter. They have been specially selected by Gurus to be recited almost every day by the Sikhs. So we call them as the Nitnem Banis. When Guru Gobind Singh left Damdama Sahib, the history records that he took this Granth with him, though there were 4 copies by Deep Singh Shahid, we call that Baba Deep Singh Shahid. He made 4 copies of it, and at that time, the important Gurdwaras, which we call today as Takhats, they were sent to those places. But the original copy, as signed by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, was taken with him when he went to Nandel with Bahadur Shah. Guru Gobind Singh left the Mazhab around at the end of 1706. It was 1708 October when he told Bahadur Shah that he cannot go any further with him and he would stay there. And that is where the unfortunate incident happened. And Guru Gobind Singh breathed his last at Nanded. But before his departure, when the Sikhs came to him and asked him, "Sir, who is going to guide us after you?" Then the Guru Gobind Singh asked them to bring that volume which he had prepared at Damdam in front of him and asked the Sangat to sit there. And then he did all the ceremonies which were necessary to declare Guru Granth, the Granth Sahib, as the Guru. It was October 1708. Granth Sahib was declared as Guru Granth Sahib. Starting with Poti Sahib, then it was known as Adi Granth, the first Granth, then Granth Sahib, and then Guru Granth Sahib. First compilation as Mohan Pothis by Guru Amar Das, then compilation as the first recension, Pothi Sahib by Guru Arjan, then again compiled at Damdama Sahib by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, and then at Nanded, his declaration that this volume, this Granth, is now is the Guru, living Guru of the Sikhs. आज्ञा भई अकाल की तभी चलायो पंथ सब सिखन को हुक्म है गुरु मान्यो Granth. That is the brief history. I know there are a number of questions, so I will be more than delighted to invite the questions and answer them. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.